Hello everyone, and this video is going to be focused around a farming build. And when I say farming, I specifically mean a build where the whole point of it is to use it when you need monster parts, or maybe you are looking for a specific mantle or a gem from a monster. I'm pretty sure this build won't work on your decoration hunting, but it might. I'm not 100% sure. For the weapon that we are using the Brachydios Buster 2. This is the Brachydios gun lance completely maxed out. For the weapon, you could use whatever you wanted, whatever weapon you're more comfortable with. I like to use the gun lance or the bow, but I went for the gun lance's build because it offers a little bit more safety. For the charm, I'm using the Handicraft Charm 5. If you don't want to use Handicraft, you could use Master's Charm for crit eye. You could use Attack Boost for more attack. I just go for the Handicraft Charm mostly because I get a huge chunk of white sharpness for this gun lance, as well as gun lances chew through sharpness very, very quickly. So this just helps me able to deal with that a little bit better. For the mantles, you could use whatever mantles or equipment you want for this one. This again is purely up to your personal preference. I went with the health booster and the temporal mantle because it's a very well-rounded equipment set that can help me deal with whatever monster I feel like facing. It's just kind of like a grab and go thing, so I don't have to go back and swap them out whenever I need to. For the helmet, we are going for the Frostfang Helm A. This gives us 2 points into crit eye, 1 point into quick sheath, and because we have 1 point or 1 equipment piece of Frostfang, we get the punching draw, which makes it so when we do a draw attack, our attack does a little bit of KO damage. You probably won't get a KO too often with just this one piece, but if you do get it, it'll just make the hunt a little bit easier. As well as a level 3, level 2, and level 1 decoration slot. For the chest piece, I went with the Kirin Jacket A. This gives us 3 points into Critical Eye, 1 point into Divine Blessing, and 2 level 2 decoration slots, as well as 1 point into Great Luck. The Great Luck skill is what we're specifically going for with this build because it gives us a high chance of increased quest rewards. Again, I don't know if this counts for your decoration farming, but it might. As far as I'm aware, this only helps you farm your monster pieces. For the gloves, we are going for the Kirin Long Arms B. The Thunder attack isn't super useful unless you want to use a Thunder element weapon to get the added bonus, but this also gives us a level 4, level 2, and another level 2 decoration slot. For the waist, we are going for the Kirin Hoop B. This gives us our third and final piece of the Kirin Divinity for the Great Luck, which gives us a high chance of increased rewards. This also gives us Blight Resistance, which is nice because that affects every type of element in the game. This also gives us a level 4 and 2 level 1 decoration slots. And lastly, we are going for the Azure Age Geta Alpha. This is the Azure Age legs. You get this from an event quest. I don't remember which one specifically, but I'm sure you could look it up relatively easy on the wiki. This gives us 2 points into Constitution and 1 point into Weakness Exploit, as well as a level 4 and a level 1 decoration slot. For the decorations themselves, I have 1 point into Attack Boost in the gun lance itself. Attack Boost helps everything for the gun lance, from regular poking attacks to even the higher your base attack, the more damage your shellings do. For the level 3 decoration slot, I have Clutch Claw Boost. This just makes it so when I try to wound a monster part, it wounds it a little bit easier, as well as increasing the chances of the monster dropping slinger ammo. Next, we have a point into Protective Polish. This just makes it so when I do sharpen my weapon, which as a gun lance I'll be doing it a lot, it gives me a whole minute or so of no weapon sharpness degradation. If you are using a ranged weapon or a weapon you feel like you don't need this for, please feel free to swap this out for whatever you think will help you the best. The next level 1 decoration slot is an attack boost jewel. We only get attack boost to level 3. I wouldn't mind getting it a little higher, but I wanted Iron Wall for the guard. Next we have a guard up jewel. Again, if you are not using a weapon with a shield, please feel free to swap this out. This is specifically because I am using a gun lance. So if you don't need or don't want the shield or guard up jewel, please feel free to swap it out. Next is the magazine jewel, which increases the gun lance's shelling capacity by +1. If you are not using a gun lance or a charged blade, please swap this out for something else, otherwise this will do absolutely nothing for you. This next level 4, I seem to have not put anything into here, but I am going to put in a grinder and attack jewel combo jewel. This just makes it so when I do sharpen my weapon, I sharpen it a little bit quicker and it increases my attack a little bit more. Next is a critical boost jewel. This just makes it so when we do crit, we hit 30% harder. This setup only gets me to 35% affinity, but with wounding a monster part and hitting a weak spot, I will be critting a little bit more often than 35%. Next is a offensive guard jewel. This just means when I guard at the right moment, right before the monster hits me, I'll proc this and I'll get an extra 5% increased attack, which again also helps our shelling damage. Next we have a Sheath and Critical Eye jewel. This makes me sheath my weapon a little bit faster since the gun lance has a very slow sheath animation, as well as boosts our critical eye so our crit chance is a bit higher. For the for the next 2 level 1 decoration slots, I have Iron Wall. This is because I am using the gun lance. If you are not using a weapon with a shield, or you feel like you don't need it for a weapon with a shield, please swap it out. I recommend putting in attack boost jewels personally, at least for the gun lance. Next we have an Iron Wall and attack jewel. This is both for the guard and attack boost jewel. This is a really good combo jewel to have if you like using weapons with shields, because it gives you the best of both worlds, both offense and defense. And lastly, the last jewel is for a Iron Wall or a guard jewel. Again, this is because I am using the gun lance. If you feel like you don't need it or you do not want it, please swap it out for something else that you will make use of. So again, this build is primarily focused on farming monster materials and maybe decorations. I know this is the 3rd time or 4th time I have said it. I don't know if Kieran's Great Luck works on decoration slots, but it doesn't say it doesn't, so maybe it will help you out with that. I hope this build helps you in your farming and grinding endeavors. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or night, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.